For case 13, we have an 83-year-old man with atrial fibrillation treated with warfarin. Here you have just a couple of images, so you only get 2 images on this case. You get a brain window CT and a bone window CT. So your first question is, where's the hemorrhage located? The subarachnoid space, subdural space, or epidural space? Your second question is about how you figured that answer out. So what feature clues you into where the hemorrhage is? Is it the density? Is it how it conforms to sulci? Is it the shape of the hemorrhage, or the fact that it crosses a suture? This is a case of subdural hematoma. Subdural hematomas are caused by disruption of the bridging veins, which span from the cortex to the dura. In these cases, they're crescent shaped and they collect in the potential space between the dura and the subarachnoid. Now on imaging, this is an extra-axial fluid collection that crosses sutures and it tracks along dural reflections like the falx and tentorium. So you're going to see that here. So here what we have is an extra-axial collection. It's high density here along the left frontal convexity. It's causing some mass effect. You have a little bit more blood back here. But if you look, the frontal suture is here. So this is crossing the frontal suture. Now, if you have an epidural hematoma, it will stop at the suture. So the shape is a little bit less convincing, I guess, than the fact that it crosses a suture here. Epidural hematomas are known for having this kind of lentiform shape, with subdurals being a little bit more crescent shaped. But I think that's not 100% reliable, and that's something that you need to be aware of. The feature that definitively tells you, like I said, is that it crosses a suture. Like I said, don't be fooled by that shape. Epidural hematomas are rare in the absence of significant trauma, so if you don't see a fracture, it's pretty unlikely that you're dealing with an arterial epidural hematoma. As you're doing these cases on the exam, my advice is to not get inside your head too much. This is an easy case. When you see an easy case, select the answer. And if you saw this at the viewing station when you were on call, you would know this was a subdural hematoma. So just mark subdural hematoma on the exam and move along.